Hey everybody, it's Anthony with Premier Outdoor Living. We just finished wrapping up our deck fascias, walls, whatever you want to call it. We slapped some decorators on there. Now we're ready to install our corners. We like to put a vertical transition here just to give it a little design factor. How I like to go about installing that is using a track saw. I'll attach my track to the wall, make my cuts, install my pieces, finished. Very easy, no room for error, and it's pretty much a perfect result every time. Let me show you how you do it. And that's it. A nice vertical detail for our project. Now you're probably wondering, what about the screw that I used to attach the track to the wall? Well, here it is. And a little insider secret, if you take a 1/4 inch drill bit, drill that hole out, you can put a plug in it. You'll never know.
Okay, so the decking is down, the picture frame is going in, but because the decking is down, now we can work on the step. The step is built, it's locked in with lags, it's taped so you don't see the seams, and it's wrapped. Now it gets lights, plotting out for where the lights go, and then once those are in, then it can get topped. But I don't think it's, yeah. And then once the lights are in, then it can eventually get topped.
So I'm drilling through this 6x6 post so our cable can go straight through. And what I'm using as a template is our intermediate spacer that goes on our section. So obviously this has the same exact layout. The one thing that you need to be considerate of is I can butt this up right here, but it's not gonna go totally up to here. So you need to account for that. So I cut off a 1/4 inch off of this so I can butt it up right here. And I know that our layout's still gonna be around the money. So I've got it centered here. I made a mark on the bottom so I can just hold it right there, and got my chalk shot. So what I'm gonna do is just get these started. That. And because I want the holes on both sides to line up perfectly, I need to make sure I'm going in at 90 degrees. So I've got this little drill guide here, and that's gonna keep me 90 degrees. 90 degrees? Yeah. 180? Yeah, 90 degrees, perpendicular to my hole. And boom. So it's gonna start me off nice and good there. All right, boom. So now that I've got that, where's my long bit? I gotta get a nice long bit, and then I'll connect those two holes because I already got this side drilled out. And then we'll see if the holes line up.
What is he doing now?
I don't want it to blow out this side.
He's definitely gonna mess this up.
I'll get it started from both sides, so should be. Hopefully it's a nice clean hole.
Hawk, Tua.
I have to just go back and forth a couple times.
I can't watch this any longer.
All right, let's see.
I knew it.
I'm gonna have to just make a bigger hole on this side. Let me try not going all the way through. See how that works. After I had the first one, the holes didn't line up absolutely perfect. So the rest of them, what I did was I didn't go all the way through from both sides. I just did about 75% from one side and then drilled in from this side to connect the two holes inside, and it's going through really nicely, and we have a clean hole on both sides. So I'll show you in a little bit how I'm going to fix this one. I don't want to drill out a bigger hole, and it looks like based on the rest of these, that's not going to be necessary. So stay tuned. All right, tested them all. They're all working out beautifully. So what I'm gonna do, grab a little plug here. See how it's gonna look with this going through it. Looks pretty good. Crisis averted. Beautiful. Decorators does make a corner post that already has these drilled out, but we're doing a bunch of custom stuff here, so I decided I'll just get blanks for our corners and some of the other parts where we're doing something a little bit different. So takes a little bit more time, but not too bad. If you haven't seen this before, this just slides right on and then you can't pull it the other way. Simple as that. That's why I love this cable rail system. You'll sometimes see other ones you need all these specialized tools to tension it and all that kind of stuff. I ain't got time for that. You know what, I probably do, but I don't want that. Check this out. Got this coming straight through our column, our post. Looks beautiful. Wrapping straight around so we have no terminations in this whole area. And the rule is with these cable rails that you can do 290s. Well, 290s. 290s. So we've got it starting here, coming around, 290s terminating here. This right here I think looks the coolest, going straight through the column, coming in and out on both sides. I think that was definitely a detail worth doing. And right here, what we'll do, we have an end post here, but we're gonna do a custom jobber going down the stairs. So we'll get to that later, but now it's time to start installing our decking. But before we do that, let's talk about the design of this space a little bit. Design time. When we started designing this deck, this lower portion was really meant to be a transition from the turf play area that they have on the side over to the main deck. So because it's a transition, we didn't want to have it too big or too large, and we wanted to split the height between the turf and the main deck. Because of the size, it's 12 by 12, we don't have a whole lot of functional space to work with. It's not big enough for a whole set of furniture. So what we decided to do was do 2 hanging chairs in this area. We added the arch as a vertical visual element, and the hanging chairs are by far my favorite place to sit. They're super comfortable, and that way you can sit there, look out to the water, you can look over to the turf, or you can look up to the TV. Perfect use of the space and a great transition. This has been Design Time with me, Sean. So here we've got our border detail, which is the 3.5 dark slate and the 7 1/4 Kaya. And one of the things that we always have to consider is where we start our pattern. So since we have 2 sections of deck here, we're starting on this side with our full 5.5 Costa, and then we'll continue that throughout here. But we might end up with, at this side, an irregular size piece. We might have to rip it. We might have to use a 7 1/4 Costa to fill out this pattern. But we just try to think, where's it gonna be the most noticeable if we have some sort of rip? This is right outside of the door. So this is the area we want to look as perfect as possible. So that's what we got going on here. We started with the full one here. We'll continue that pattern throughout. And as we run this one across, then we can work out in both directions. And this will also have a bar top here that will interrupt that pattern, so it'll be a lot less noticeable here if we have a different size piece as our last field board. So that's why we do that. And snap the line right across, and now we can just start installing. So let's go. Yeah. Let me just see where.
Just stay there.
Come again?
Stay in the end.
Me stay there? You got it. Remember what happened last time Jose said I was the man? It didn't turn out so well with the countertop. So Jose, you're the man. Let's go. Cool thing we've got here, brand new Decorators fastener. Decorators and Camo collaborated to come out with this stealth lock. So thing that's a little bit different on this clip is it's designed for the Decorators board. So it's got this full nylon plastic, whatever it is, grommet here, spacer, clip. So it fits into the groove really nice and snug, and we can install it like we install all the other fasteners, but it's also got these little wings that go into it, like yay, and boom, locked in for justice. No, stealth locked in for justice. What do you got there?
45 1/4 heavy.
45 1/4 heavy? All right, I'm at 45 3/8. I'm cool with that. Yeah, we definitely need to be pinched in here. Crank on this, John. Try it here. You can see we're gapped, like right there already. Yeah, looks good. Just to anywhere that really needs to be adjusted like a good amount, I like to throw a screw right in the center. It'll get plugged so you won't even see it, but it's really gonna make sure that it's locked in for justice. You always want to hear that sound when you're driving these so you don't over torque it. And every drill is going to be different, so you're never going to have the same settings. Mine right now is on a 9 and it's perfect. He's got his on a 3. So you got to play around with it, make sure that it's sending it far enough, but it's not over torquing it. You want to hear it bottom out at the end. Torque out. All right, easy peasy. We got all of our decking down. It's looking really nice. We've got borders, we've got multiple colors. We'll get into that in the next video. We've also got siding contractors here working on the house, so it's a little bit busy. And we have some rain. First time in a couple months that we've had rain. Desperately needed, but it's gonna slow us down a little bit here, finishing out the week. So next video, we're gonna talk about some more of these decking details. We're also gonna be building a really cool, unique privacy wall, doing something we've never done before. So make sure you hit subscribe, stay tuned. And until next time, this has been Premier Outdoor Living.